What I was going to talk about today was diversifying your practice in fighting games. I've talked about this a lot, and I was talking about this yesterday actually when I was playing Happy Chaos. And one thing I mention a lot is I will run into players and you can tell that they are players who are like battle hardened in the tower. Their level 1 like game plan is very solid. They have like a really strong foundation of these are my options. These are the things that I'm going to do in these situations. But one thing I've noticed, and I talk about this a lot, is that past the level 1, right? If you can crack the code there, most fighting game players do not have a super practiced level 2 or level 3 or level 4 or like a more diverse ability to adjust their strategy after that. And I think the reason for that is that most people, they boot up Strive, they go to the ranked mode or the ranked tower or whatever, and they play in there, or they play like a couple matches in the park, and they're playing against people in like a short set. They're playing a couple games here, like first to 2, first to 3, whatever, right? And then you're out of there and you go to the next person. You have to play long sets and do things that are not just grinding short sets against people, because if you don't, you will not be exposed to someone who can fight against your game plan and adjust to it, right? You won't have the experience necessary to go to your next level. If you don't have longer set practice, you will not be able to consistently develop strong level 2, level 3, level 4, etc. And same thing for me. I don't just play sets in the park with my viewers or long sets with people that I know, right? Because I've done both of those things on stream. I also go play in the tower, the ranked tower. And the reason I also go play in the ranked tower is you need to be exposed against all styles of play. People fight in the tower like it's the last match of Guilty Gear they will ever play. And the nice thing about the tower is it gives you an idea of like, what do most people do at this level of play, right? Like, what is their first answer? Because they're just going to do the good things that they're doing all the time. They don't need to adjust because there is no adjustment. You're going to play 3 games and then they're gone to the wind. You'll never see them again. You need the kinds of practice for both. If you only have practice of people who are playing long sets and you have time to adjust, then when you get thrust in front of someone who's just gonna run at you and rip off your head, you won't be ready. And it's why you have to play both, right? Because sometimes you forget if you're just playing people who are like, they have the mindset to play a long set and you're going back and forth, we're playing these long sets, like it's fun, right? It's not the same kind of experience as like you're in the tower, you're playing 3 games against this caged beast. Here you go, and the fucking match starts and they run at you and kill you, right? You have to expose yourself to all those different styles or you're gonna get smoked. How do you get a good autopilot going? You just have to keep playing. Your autopilot is like the worst you will play. It's just like the baseline, like this is what you do without having to think. This is your worst like level, right? And your levels above that are when you're thinking and adapting and playing with more purpose, right? Your autopilot gets better as you improve overall and you get better as a player. Like the more you improve, the better your autopilot would be. Everybody has an autopilot. The important part is not to eliminate it, it's to improve it and also have a strategy beyond it, you know? What's the difference between YouTube viewers and Twitch viewers in terms of like, will it kill? Like the only difference is on YouTube, they don't have to face the consequences live. The problem with like people who play on YouTube is they get to be like know-it-alls. They're like, I would have just been right the whole time. Like, this is easy. But like, they don't actually have to play while the spotlight's on them. When you play on Twitch, you are actually betting. In hindsight, when no one's watching, you're like, oh guys, I totally knew all the answers. Yeah, you're fighting a fucking lion to death with your bare hands and YouTube's like, I got him, dude, I can take it.